In today's episode, I am on a 2-day trip to Chiang Mai to shop, to eat, to shop, to eat, to shop, to eat. That is on top of us ramping up our merit making. I am off to another trip to Chiang Mai. This time round, I only buy a one-way ticket because I do not know when I'm coming back home. I also do not have a fixed plan, just a rough idea of where I want to go. But this almost got me into trouble at Chiang Mai immigration. Thailand has introduced a new electronic arrival system, and it looks like the checks are becoming stricter. The custom officer asked why I do not have a hotel booking and why I do not have a return ticket. Luckily, my YouTube channel helps me explain my travel style. I have to explain myself to the immigration officer and his supervisor. They laugh when I tell them my reason because they find it unusual. In the end, they asked me to book my hotel booking before letting me enter Thailand. On the whole experience is still quite friendly. But I realize the days of just arriving and planning everything later may be over. I am finally out of the airport. Regular viewers of my channel know that I always try to avoid airport taxi. After so many trips to Chiang Mai, I have found many ways to get into town without paying for the expensive airport taxi. As usual, I check the airport bus first to see if it's leaving soon. But the bus does not look like it's moving anytime soon. Plus, it just rained, and walking outside is not the best idea. So this time, I tried the private car hire app. I have downloaded Bolt for a long time, but this is my first time using it. Bolt cost me 78 baht to get into the old town. That is cheaper than Grab and much cheaper than the airport taxi, which charge around 150 to 200 baht. The airport bus is only 50 baht, so for just 28 baht more, Bolt is an easy choice. Remember, I booked my accommodation under the watchful eyes of the immigration officers earlier. It was a quick hotel booking and it cost me 450 baht for 2 nights. One good thing about traveling in low season is that accommodation prices can drop a lot. But March is approaching the hottest month of the year, so I'm ready for the heat.
Hello, I have a room reservation. Huh? Oh, next door. Oh, okay, thank you. Sorry.
Oops, I walked into the wrong building next door. This is actually my hostel, Nature Home Hostel and Cafe. For 450 baht for 2 nights, I get a private single room.
Oh, hi. Sorry, hi. Yes, check in for the reservation.
That is unbelievably cheap.
That'd be light.
The only problem? The room is extremely narrow. If you are afraid of small spaces, this might not be the room for you. There are hundreds of hotels and hostels in Chiang Mai, and I always try to stay in a different one every time I visit. This time, my hostel is right in the middle of the old city. What I like is that once I leave the main busy streets, the areas become surprisingly peaceful. Even though I have been to Chiang Mai around 30 times, there are still corners and temples that escape my radar. And that is the little surprise I get this time. I walk towards the North Gate, also known as Chang Phueak Gate. Regular viewers of my channel would have seen this night market here many times. But today, I come especially early, around 5 p.m., before the dinner crowds arrive. My target is this store, Chang Phueak Suki. This place has all along a must-eat for me. It became very famous on Chinese social media about 10 years ago, and since then, the crowd has exploded. The waiting time can easily reach 1 hour.
Yep. And then I will come and order.
For the past few years,
Thank you.
I always skip it because I do not have the patience to queue. But this time, I come early, and the queue is still crazy. I first eat here about 30 years ago when it was only 25 baht. Today, the suki is 60 baht, but the portion has also increased. Looking at the chef cooking today, I realized something. When I first eat this dish, many of these chefs were not even born yet. That feels a little scary. I wait from sunset until night before I finally get my food.
Then seafood
Usually,
is
I choose either the soup suki or the dry version. But today, I get both.
100. Okay.
So here come my honest review. The soup version is not as amazing as I remember. Maybe they use less MSG now. Maybe the business has grown too big. Or maybe the old chefs are gone. I need to add some sauce to bring up the flavor. But the dry version surprises me. The wok hei is still there, and the fresh seafood is worth the extra 20 baht. Will I be back? Yes, I will. But if the queue is too long, I may just walk away. Still, this time I leave without disappointment. And the queue is still long when I leave. The circle of life continues. See you next year. Unlike my previous visit, this year I do not have the pressure of going back to work. So this time round, I have all the time in the world. My Chiang Mai trip feels much more relaxed. You can see that from my night walk around the old city. Every year, I usually alternate between the Nimman area on the west side and the Chiang Mai Night Market on the east side of the old town. This year, it is the Night Bazaar turn that I chose to visit. Back in the 1990s, the Chiang Mai Night Bazaar was the place to be. It was once the biggest landmark in Chiang Mai, almost like the Champs-Élysées of the city at that time. But in the last 10 years, Nimman has slowly taken over as the trendy shopping area. The Night Bazaar did not change or reinvent itself. And this is how it looks today. There are only 2 rows of stores along both sides of the street. The crowd is much smaller. Many people just walk past without stopping. I feel a little sad seeing this. After all, I was here when the place was at its peak. There are still some cluster of stores trying to bring back energy to the Night Bazaar. But if you've seen its former glory, this version feels very different. Sometimes places change. And sometimes we can only walk through them and remember what they used to be. Shopping is not really part of my travel lifestyle. So I head back towards the Ping River. At the end of the Loi Kroh Street, heading towards the river, there is an old iron bridge. It looks so retro, and surprisingly, I have never visited this bridge before. So this bridge definitely deserves a moment in my vlog. As I stand there wondering where the cars can actually cross the bridge, suddenly a car zoomed past. Okay, question answered.
The next day.
I like waking up in the middle of Chiang Mai Old City. There is a certain calmness here. I just walk around the small lanes randomly without any plan. Along the way, I discover a temple and a jetty that I have never seen before. I do not even know the name of this place. But sometimes it's not about knowing every name. It is just about enjoying the moment. I also come across a canal. The smell is not exactly pleasant. But both sides of the walls are filled with beautiful street art. I actually like how the Thais can add a little creativity and light touch to almost any situation. I walk towards Chiang Mai Chinatown. Unlike the Chinatown in Bangkok, not many people knows that Chiang Mai has its own Chinatown. But once I arrive here, it is obvious. The Chinese signboards are everywhere. And you know you are in Chinatown. I am not here for shopping. I come here mainly to get fresh flowers for my prayer later. The flower market here near the Pink River is one of my favorite places in Chiang Mai for flowers. The flowers are fresh, affordable, and there are many varieties to choose from. I always enjoy walking through this market. It feels very local, and this is the side of Chiang Mai I like to discover. I have a hectic praying schedule later, so I do not have much time to hang around Chinatown. But wait, I spot this famous dinosaur fritter. This is actually a fun twist on the traditional Thai Chinese pat thong ko, or deep fried dough stick. Instead of the usual shape, they make them into dinosaur, dragon, elephants, and crocodiles. I cannot resist. I order a dinosaur fritter, a bowl of porridge, and a soya milk. First comes the porridge. It is very Thai style, thick, slightly gluey in texture. Then comes the dinosaur. The outside is crispy and golden brown, while the inside is still soft and fluffy. It is not just a gimmick. The taste is actually pretty good. Sometimes the most random stop turns out to be the most memorable part of the journey. After breakfast, I have enough energy to take on the next challenge. Today, I'm doing the Night Temple merit making circuit. In Thai culture, visiting night temples in one day is considered an auspicious tradition. Many people believe it brings good luck, progress, and positive blessings. The plan is simple, but the journey is not. The night temples are spread around Chiang Mai Old City, and I have to follow a specific order. In the end, the whole route is almost 10 kilometers. This year is also a little different. I am not only praying for myself and my family. I am also carrying the responsibility of praying on behalf of two friends who asked me to do it on their behalf. So today, this walk is not just about exploring Chiang Mai. It is a journey with a little more meaning. This is the hottest part of the month. By the time I finish my Night Temple merit making circuit, I am completely exhausted and dehydrated. I need a break. I find an old school Thai restaurant and order a cold chendol. And wow, it is so good. The taste reminds me of the Malaysian Peranakan chendol back home. It makes me think of home. But I've only been away for 2 days. I originally want to sit down for a proper Thai meal, but the heat is just too much. I need to escape into an air-conditioned place. There are not many shopping malls in this part of Chiang Mai. So I head up to Pantip Lifestyle Hub. The first thing I do, I go to KFC. Not because I'm chasing the best food experience, but because I need food, air conditioning, and a place to recharge. The best thing about fast food is that it solves two problems at once. I recharge myself with food, and my camera equipment gets a recharge from the charging station. In the end, I spend the next 1 hour just sitting here, enjoying the cool air. Sometimes, travel is not about exploring. Sometimes, it's all about surviving the heat. I probably spent too much time enjoying the air conditioning in the mall. By the time I reach the North Gate at 3 p.m., I am the only person waiting for the Song Tiao to Doi Suthep.
Doi Suthep? Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, how many?
Only one.
Only one. Oh.
That is the problem with shared transportation.
Come back. Maybe Chiang Mai U.
The Song Tiao only leaves when there are enough people. I can wait for 1 hour, 2 hours, and maybe no one turns up at all. That uncertainty is almost as painful as standing under the hot afternoon sun. This year, I decided to do something different. After 29 previous visits, I finally booked a motorcycle ride up and down the Doi Suthep. The motorcycle ride is not cheap. It cost me 400 baht. But the experience is completely different. Sitting behind the rider, I feel the cool mountain air hitting my face. It feels so free. At this moment, I start thinking, when am I finally going to spend some time getting my motorcycle license? The motorbike brings me all the way up to the mountain and gives me 1 hour to complete my praying session. Doi Suthep always feels different at different times of the day. In the evening, the temple looks completely different from my previous visit. It is noticeably quiet. Gone are the crowds. Gone are the endless people moving around the temple ground. Instead, I finally get the peace and tranquility that I always associate with this place. Sometimes visiting at the right time changes everything. I take the motorbike back to the Chiang Mai Old City. On the way down, I pass by Chiang Mai University Night Market. The funny thing is, I have passed this place countless times while going up and down Doi Suthep, but I have never actually stopped here. So this time, I asked the motorbike driver to drop me off here. The Chiang Mai University Night Market usually starts around 5 p.m. and runs into the evening. This night market is student-focused, with affordable food, clothes, accessories, and everyday items. When I arrive, maybe I'm a little too early. There is almost no crowd. I feel like I am one of the only few people walking around. For a night market, it feels strangely quiet. I thought I could have my dinner here at Chiang Mai University Night Market. But after a whole day of walking under the hot sun, I realized I'm not really hungry. I am just thirsty and exhausted. At this moment, food is not on my priority anymore. I just need to recover. I leave the Chiang Mai University Night Market and continue along the main road of Chiang Mai. I walk towards the Maya Mall, probably to have my dinner in the comfort of air conditioning. It is about a kilometer of straight road, but after a whole day of walking, it feels much longer. Then I realized something. After paying for the motorcycle earlier, I am running low on cash. Luckily, there are several money changers around Maya Mall, so I changed enough money to last me through the rest of my Thailand trip. Since I'm already at one of Chiang Mai tallest commercial buildings, I decide to head up quickly. I want to catch the sunset with Doi Suthep mountain at the backdrop. Sometimes the best moments are not about the food or shopping. It can be just finding the right view at the right time. Beautiful. Nightfall quickly after sunset. By the time I leave Maya Mall, the sky is already dark. At Nimman, I end up at Rogut Roti. After a hot day under the hot sun, I am not in the mood for a heavy meal.
Icon.
I have been to Rogu Roti here a few times before, so I already know what I want.
Table for one.
My body is asking for something light, so I order a banana pancake and a kaya toast. Then I realized I almost forgot to add condensed milk to my bread. Trust me, that little addition changes the taste completely. And thanks to the waiter who gives me a hint while my camera is recording. That moment is hilarious. The Thai milk tea is also impossible to complain about. Rogu Roti is even kind enough to give me complimentary hot tea and let me sit there to type this post. All this for 160 baht. I walk back to my hostel. It is another 2 kilometers from Nimman. But instead of taking a private car, I decide to walk. I just want to see if Chiang Mai Old City feels cooler or warmer compared to Nimman. Nimman feels almost like Singapore at night, humid and warm. But just 2 kilometers of walk away, at the same elevation, the old city feels slightly cooler. Maybe it has something to do with how built up Nimman has become. Now I understand why, after so many trips to Chiang Mai, I have never stayed in Nimman even once. This is also one of the quietest tourist periods. And somehow, I enjoy it more than the crowded peak season. I really like walking around Chiang Mai at night. The streets are calm, the air is cooler, and there is no rush. On the way back, I passed by the North Gate Jazz Co-op. This is probably one of the most famous live music spots in Chiang Mai right now, with musicians playing and the crowd often gathering around the small venue. I honestly cannot understand the attraction. Maybe it's the music. Maybe it's the atmosphere. Maybe it's just the Chiang Mai vibe. For me, it's time to sleep.
The next day.
It really pays off to start the day early in Chiang Mai. Look at the flowers. The good thing is, I managed to book my next ticket out of Thailand 3 days later. Although I have to pay about 80% more than what I could have if I planned earlier. But that is the trade-off. Flexibility always comes with a price. I head out for a walk. The cool air from the night before is still there. Apart from the strong afternoon sun, early morning Chiang Mai feels almost like springtime in Europe. I am now walking towards Chiang Mai Chinatown. On the way, I pass by Chiang Moi. I really like how this area is slowly transforming. A street that was once mainly about traditional trades is becoming a more creative and trendy neighborhood. Sooner or later, I think this transformation will reach Chinatown, which is just next door. I was here in Chinatown yesterday, but only stopped by to buy flowers from my prayer. Today, I come back to explore Chinatown properly. In any Chinatown, Chinese temple defines this area. There are several important temples here. The first one is Pung Tao Kong Shrine. Located just next to the Ping River, this is one of the oldest Chinese shrines in Chiang Mai, dating back to the year 1876. The architecture is full of Chinese details, with colorful decoration and dragon motifs. The second temple is a little harder to find. I walk deeper into the market alley. This is Kuan U Shrine. It is dedicated to Kuan Yu, the Chinese god of loyalty and protection. This temple is smaller, but the colorful design makes it easier to miss and yet worth searching for. Just in front of Kuan U Shrine are the two main markets of Chiang Mai Chinatown. The first one is Warorot Market. This is one of the oldest surviving market building in Chiang Mai and has been the heart of local trading for more than a century. It is famous for local products, dry fruits, snacks, and northern Thai goods. Walking inside, I can feel the history. This place is not designed to impress tourists. It is a real working market. One interesting thing about Warorot Market is its old escalator. This escalator is not only the oldest in Chiang Mai, but one of the oldest in Thailand. The escalator was once considered a symbol of modernity, but it stopped working for decades and became almost a local legend. Recently, this escalator was restored and brought back to life. The market itself has also been tastefully preserved. There is even a food area on the upper floor where I can look down over the busy market below. From the second level, there is a bridge connecting to the next building. That brings me to Thong Lam Yai Market. Compared to the Warorot Market, this market feels like a quieter sibling. There is practically zero restoration here, and somehow that makes the contrast interesting. You can see the before and after of what restoration can do. Around these two markets, there is still a lot of old Chinatown life. Gold shops, traditional household shops, and business that have been here for generations. Walking through these streets feels like stepping into another era. The only problem? The heat. I think this place would be even more enjoyable during the cooler months or early in the morning. Recently, I even noticed more and more new cafe and creative shops moving into this old neighborhood. I actually like this kind of organic changes. The old and New Chiang Mai are slowly mixing together. I will definitely watch how this area develops. It is my last day of my Chiang Mai trip, and I still have not eaten the most famous Chiang Mai dish, Khao Soi. So I check my map and find this place,
Hi.
Khao Soi, Chiang Moi. The interior is interesting. It has a little Japanese feel, but at the same time, there are many Thai touches. There is an old grandfather clock, an old television. I order their special wonton Khao Soi. A strange fusion, but actually, I like it. The bowl comes to me in a Japanese style setting. Nice try. And look at those fat wonton. I cannot wait to try them. First, I taste the soup without adding lime. It is already good. It reminds me of a chicken noodle broth in Hong Lim Market. But once I add the lime, now it becomes Khao Soi. Then I discover this white syrup on the side. I try it. Wow, it's coconut milk. Adding into curry with the lime, and suddenly there is another layer of flavor. Ooh la la. The wontons are full and juicy. My only complaint, the noodles are almost too little. Maybe just 3 strands. But that's okay. This is fusion food after all. 120 baht for this experience. Not a bad way to end my Chiang Mai food journey. As someone with an Asian stomach, the lack of carbs at Khao Soi, Chiang Moi leaves this Chinese belly of mine feeling incomplete. So how leh? Then I remember, isn't that Pad Thai store I wanted to try last year but missed it because it was closed during the year-end holiday? The good thing is, Pad Thai 5 Rod is just along Chiang Moi Road, and that is diagonally opposite my Khao Soi place. Only 2 minutes away.
One Pad Thai.
I make a quick dash there and order my noodles. Pad Thai is my comfort Thai food. I rarely eat Pad Thai back home in Singapore because somehow many places cannot recreate that correct wok flavor. That is why I usually get my Pad Thai fix when I'm in Thailand. And this store rarely disappoints me because I've eaten here many years ago. The food is simple. Lots of fresh greens on the side. Very nutty flavor. For me, the magic of Pad Thai is not just the noodles. It is also the freshness and the crunch of the bean sprouts. The only thing I cannot appreciate fully is the banana flour that comes with the garnishing. So maybe one day I will understand it. But for now, this plate of Pad Thai hit the spot. At 45 baht, my Chinese belly is finally happy. I still have a good 4 hours before my transport. Instead of rushing to another location and ending up sweating and tired, I decided to just slowly stroll towards the train station. I take things easy from now. This journey is about 4 kilometers, walking for around 45 minutes. It becomes my way of slowly easing out of Chiang Mai. Just before I end this journey, please like this video and leave a comment or two so this video can reach more people. And if you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing so you do not miss the next travel vlog. In the next episode, I will be taking the highly sought after overnight train from Chiang Mai down to Bangkok. Stay tuned.